Greetings, crafters, and welcome to episode 105 of Better Than Wolves with T-Kush35. I greet you, as you can see, with the new version ABC Fa 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 B. And with that version, we have what appear to be some substantial mechanical changes, or at least the first large paragraph details a fair mechanical change. But before we get into that, I just wanted to preface with I did indeed do what I always said I would do and did some grinding for these villagers. I have acquired a little over 29 emeralds, leveled up quite a number of these villagers to level 2, brought the other 2 villagers up, and I've just been waiting on some trades for the blacksmith and librarian so that those are actually on camera. Now, before we go to the main course, let us have the side dish of the update. So first of all, there's a new type of gearbox block, or gearboxes have been split into 2 different types. The existing one has been renamed to redstone clutch, and its recipe remains the same. All existing gearboxes will be converted to a redstone clutch box. The new gearbox is crafted in the same manner, but with an axle in the middle instead of a redstone latch. It functions in a manner identical to the old gearbox, except it can no longer be turned off via redstone. And then, I quote, "This was done because I find the increased value of gearboxes that resulted from the inclusion of the latch in the recipe had unfortunate side effects like inspiring people to deconstruct their existing devices to build new ones, or to avoid automation projects altogether because of gold shortages. Hopefully this change will represent a better balance between gold value and automation fun time. Note that I've also added new textures for both kinds of gearboxes to make them more visually distinct." Now, I find this fan-freaking-tastic because gold has definitely been a huge limiting factor in any sort of my... Oh, wow, there's the texture. In any of my automation endeavors. And a lot of these gearboxes I don't need to be able to turn off. I only ever need to be able to turn off one or two of them in a build. Well, in a build as simple as this. In more complex builds, you know, you're built around all of that timing and whatnot, but this is just fantastic. I'm going to be able to pirate all of these and make a whole bunch of gearboxes, regular gearboxes now, and have those redstone clutches for those previous needs. So that just means that hemp is now even more important, which I think is great because after a certain point it felt like hemp was kind of useless. You know, you have a windmill, and sure, you need to make axles, but it's not needed in nearly the quantity that you can obtain it. So my hemp farm might have to expand a bit. Anyway, the second change is added a new lightning rod block, crafted with a vertical line of gold ingot as a base with 2 gold nuggets above it. It replaces the functionality of the old one entirely and adds a number of additional aesthetic options, in that it can be anchored to a block in any direction, not just below it. Draws any lightning bolts that are striking a lower point up to 16 blocks away from it horizontally to the rod instead, and this is checked after the bolt is drawn to any nearby points, guaranteeing that the area around the rod will be totally safe. So I can protect some of these buildings by making those gold rods. Granted, I have some gold, right? Oh, I have quite a bit of gold. So let's go ahead. Why not? Let's just make one and see what it looks like. So he said 3 gold bars and then nuggets? No. A vertical line of 1 gold ingot as a base. Oh, it's just this. Oh, and that's a lightning rod. Okay. So it's a gold one? You know, I never really used the other lightning rods, so not sure if that's what it used to look like. But let's go ahead and protect some of these buildings. So the thing with this building, is that I want to have it like sitting on that cobblestone or something. But then it could light the sides. I don't know. I guess I'll just leave it for now. Do I have... I can put it on top of the storage building though, because that'd be kind of important to block off. Whoops. Now we're getting all sorts of messy. So if I put them here, oh, I can't put them there. Okay, can I put them on the side? No. These darn. I guess that kind of protects it. Whatever. I guess it's better than nothing. Just put one there. Whatever. Anywho, on to the next change. Added a new iron spike block that is crafted with a vertical line of iron ingot with 2 iron above it. It is intended to replace the aesthetic uses of the old soul forged steel lightning rods. So let's go see what that looks like, because this will be what they used to look like. Iron spike. That looks about the same to me. Of course, I didn't keep the one I just made. I should go do that so we can compare. And I made this ladder on the bad side. It might be my texture pack, because I bet the texture pack isn't updated for this. But, oh. Very, very subtle differences. Alright. Whatever. Looks identical to how the old ones did, but with the additional aesthetic options of the new lightning rod. A reminder that these kinds of blocks make excellent candle holders, which is a much bigger deal now given the fire-starting tendency of torches. Oh yeah, those spikes would be pretty cool candle holders. Alright, I'll give you that. So we'll put those in there. Next, added the ability to place chunks of iron and gold ore as blocks and smelt them in a kiln. Oh my goodness gracious, that excites me a lot. So, place them as blocks. So, I bet they sit like that. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my goodness gracious. So, now we can automate this, and mining iron makes sense again. Oh, that's beyond exciting. Hey, that looks cool. There's a little yellowish tinge going on, which is kind of weird, but awesome. Added the ability to melt down the piston shovel in the crucible. Okay, nice. I still haven't made a piston shovel because I don't have a use for it yet. I haven't had need to collect grass blocks, and I obviously have not found the mushroom ones. But whatever. Added the ability for ground cover, snow and ash, to share space with a few additional blocks. Shafts, unlit torches, unlit campfires, tools stuck in blocks, flower pots, fences, redstone dust, buttons, levers, urns, axles, vases, stakes, and string. So that'll be a nice aesthetic. Added a concussive effect to lightning strikes. Oh, I wonder if that means that they're going to blow up blocks now. That makes me a little more scared for my buildings. Changed gearboxes so that they may not be rotated by right-clicking if they have any connected axles. This is to make them feel a little more solid once placed and to prevent accidents involving mistakenly right-clicking on a block resulting in broken automation builds. That's both cool and bad for me. I typically place my axles as I'm going rather than the gearboxes, but it's fine. It just adds an extra step to have to move the gearbox. Change gearboxes so that they will display their output texture on the side opposite the input if they have no connected output axles. This sounds complicated but should be intuitive in practice and makes orienting them easier under many circumstances. Okay, well, let's grab a gearbox and find out what exactly that means. It's got to be... Oh, okay, here's some redstone clutch. So... Oh, nice. Yeah, I like that a lot. That definitely helps you know which way it's facing. Yeah, it's awesome. Okay, changed lightning to travel further when looking for a high point to strike. Changed lightning strikes to take entities into account in determining the highest point in an area to strike. This makes stuff like standing in an open field or on a hill during a lightning storm an exceedingly bad idea. That is amazing and awesome. That also means that this building is definitely, well, except for that. This is the highest building in the area, so I should probably grab that lightning rod and do something with it. Right here. We're going to want some solid blocks, I suppose. Stone bricks aren't so bad. And I'm just going to shimmy my way up there, make something a couple blocks tall. And then I'll shimmy my way back down. Yeah, I'm shimmying. I don't know how how I'm gonna shimmy in Minecraft, but I said it, so I guess I gotta try. All right, okay, made it up here. Block. So block. Floating block. Look bad. It's fine. Just go like this. And tear that up for just a second so that I can jump up. Same with you. And up. Yeah, this kind of looks bad. Let's just make it this tall. So 16 blocks, so that means I should probably make one on the other end too. But that means that I don't really need the spikes over here, so let's grab that quick. Run away, run away. And get up there. Just give me a second. Oh my goodness gracious. Can't place a block to save my life. Yeah, it looks kind of jank. I'll have to come up with a better design in the future. Or I just make a single tower. That's just my lightning tower. You know what would be cool is if we could somehow make use of this lightning. Power something or do some sort of like Frankenstein style experiment. That'd be fun. Probably not ever gonna happen, but a guy can dream. Okay, so this should keep this building safe now. Lost a little bit of its aesthetic appeal, but we'll work on that in the future. For now, just we'll call backwards walking shimmying, I guess, because I forgot to try to shimmy. Whatever. Changed lightning strikes to occur in desert biomes when there's a storm raging. Makes it a wee bit less of a base building uber biome, more of a barren, uncaring landscape of unending torment. Some of his descriptions are just amazing. Changed the name of Old Lightning Rod to Old Soul Forged Rod and removed its crafting recipe. It only remains to melt down or for decorative builds that already make use of it. Changed how the flames on candles look to make them a little more candly. Changed mycelium slabs to display a snow side texture when snow is covering them, just like with full blocks. Fixed a problem where a mycelium full block won't display its side snow texture if it had snow cover resting on it, and if the snow cover was combined with another block. And lastly, removed an extraneous space from the file name of the FC block torch finite idle underscore burned.png texture file, as it was reported to be causing problems on some systems. So that brings us up to date with the changes in this newest version. And now we can do some shenanigans with some trading. So let's go ahead to our blacksmith and librarian friend and give them some goodies. I sat for a while, gathered some netherwort. I have a bunch of emeralds, so let's accidentally walk the wrong way. And we'll start with this fella. Come here, you. Give me that emerald. Why, thank you. What do you want next? You want glowstone and more netherwort. Perfect. I happened to wait long enough for 2 batches of it. I made a little farm at the nether entrance on this side and just sat there for a while. Okay, feathers aren't going to get me anything, but glowstone dust will, which I don't have right this moment. But the big to-do was that right there. So, what do you want now? Now you want a brick oven to do nothing. So, this guy's so mean. So mean, so demanding. I know I had that as one of my episode titles, and it's so true. All of these villagers are just very, very needy. Okay, so let's put this back. And I smelted one, so now I'm down to 5 of these instead of any more. I wish I could undo all the smelting I did. But let's actually just go ahead and grab a trade from the librarian here, since I happen to have some glowstone handy. But we are probably 1 trade away from getting this guy to level 3. Ooh, book and quill. Oh, I have a whole bunch of those at my other base. Bummer. Bummer. But it's what? Some paper, some leather, and squid ink? I have some ink sacks. I can make those. So let's try it. One second, let me check the recipe here. Checking that recipe. Yeah, I was right, I need a book. Which is, I mean, that was updated, right? How does one get... Oh, no, I can't craft books. Yeah, I can. Don't be an idiot. Oh, it needs a feather. The magic feather. There's a feather. And then some paper and some cut leather. So if I could have some sugar cane, please. Okay, and then I need some cut leather. I found some. Ta-da. Alright, so let's make a book. I assume it's some sort of nope. What? It must be that you can't craft them anymore. Well, no. How was I crafting a whole bunch of them? I bet I need string now. Do I remember needing string? So you've got the cut leather with the paper and a feta and a string. I must be. Where's my Discord? Gonna quick look here. Book. Conversion recipe from bookshelves back to books. Was there really only one result? There's 2 results. But what's the other result? Changed book items so that they can no longer be crafted. Yomp. Well, that makes making the book and quill a pain in the butt. Oh, 3 paper, a feather. What? Change the book and quill recipe to be craftable with 3 paper, a feather, ink sac, and leather. Essentially combining it with the old book recipe. 3 paper, a feather. Does it have to be full leather? Oh, and an ink sac. I can read. That means the wiki needs updating. I don't have permissions to update the wiki, and it makes me kind of sad, because I find stuff like this, and I wish I could make it correct. That way, silly people like myself that forget these changes, haha, book and quill, aren't stranded. Well, not stranded. I'm just forced to go look through the change log instead of being able to just grab it. Alright, so you're going to want level 3. You want a brewing stand. That's an expensive wish. I only get so many of those. And I think I have a whopping 1 here because, of course, I decided to not bring the one from my original base. I have 2. Okay, well, you should count yourself really special because I am giving you my brewing stand, which, in my opinion, is pretty valuable. Do you love me? Not very much because you didn't give good trades. You just want paper. I mean, that gives me emeralds, which is fine. And if I had a better spider eye. I don't have a good way of getting spider eyes. Not yet. My mob tower doesn't kill spiders. Well, it doesn't kill a whole lot quite yet because I need to torch up the place. Oh, I should put this paper back. Paper back. So I could go ahead and smelt up a bunch of clay. I think that's what I'm gonna do to cycle that trade because the gold is just not happening anytime soon. Gold nuggets are in short supply. So I'm going to go ahead and do that because it's kind of boring and there's no need to bore you all with such shenanigans as just simply smelting clay. Firing clay, I suppose, is the more correct term. So I will be back when this is complete. Toodles. Guess who's back? Back again. Yep, it's me. Anyway, I'm feeling a little kooky, but let's go ahead and get this brick oven traded. Give me something better to trade with you. Mr. Villager of the blacksmith variety. Coal, I've got that. I have coal. I have coal for you. It's not going to level you up, but that's okay. It'll cycle a trade and give me an emerald, which I'm a fan of. Come here, friend. Now you want a chunk of iron ore. I think I still have some. I do. Hooray. But if that continues to be a trade for him in the upper tiers, that would be fantastic. Oh no! Oh no! Do I have some more? I thought I had just a couple more over here. I'm excited to find out. Come on. 4. Did he want 20? I can't remember if he wanted 20 or if he wanted something like 22. Because that would make me slightly sad. He wanted 22. The jerk wants 22. Well, whatever. I'm going to go trade some spruce wood because... Actually, I'm going to trade it with one of the villagers down here so that we can slowly get them leveled up. Not that I actively want to level them up, but getting them leveled up means that I have access to, you know, multiple trades with them. You want 35. You want bone meal. They just want so much of the stuff that I don't have. This guy wants regular oak. Yep, right here. There we go. Okay, well, I suppose I should go try to find one chunk of iron ore. Just gonna pop down into the wherever for like 2 seconds. Find one of the umpteen million that I haven't mined because I was holding out for Silk Touch, which was a bad idea, I suppose. But only because Flower Child changed it. If he didn't change it, I have no idea if there's iron over here. If he hadn't changed it, then it wouldn't matter. This is where all the villagers were. I remember seeing a fair amount of iron over here. So here we go. So now I have reason to mine this iron again. 1, for the trades, and 2, because I can actually eventually smelt it. Which is really good news. It means there's gonna be another thing in my inventory clogging it up, but it's a resource I can use, and that is the bonus. I really just want to get this blacksmith up to level 3. I might not have what I need to make him level 3, but if I can get him to close to that, then we'd be sitting pretty. Just give me a trade that I can actually trade with you. Coal. I can trade you coal. I suppose I should have clarified. Give me a trade that will let me level you up. Hibachis. Yeah. I have the resources for that. We just need to grab some more stone. I still have 4 in my inventory, which means I just need another 2. Or 4. I can count. 3 and 4. I cannot wait for when that can be completely automated. That will be the day of days. So I need redstone, and I need blaze rods. Blaze rods. And I'm actually gonna need some more Hellfire dust. Oops. There we go. Get that back in order. So I'm just gonna quick throw these over here. And I should probably make some pottery or something that will actually... Let's turn this back off. Pretty sure it's done. It is not. I'm a dirty liar. Just making, grinding up a bunch of flour and sugar and some hemp so that I can make more cookies and whatnot. Because breeding the... Oh, yeah, and I made some more batches of cookies, so I bred a whole bunch of sheep. So it's going to hopefully snag us some brown wool that we can use for trades with those villagers. Because I don't particularly care about using it for construction quite yet. I'm definitely more in the wood and stone area all my life. Yeah, see, there's some sheepies, and I still have a bunch of cookies. These cookies are so much more efficient than using chocolate for pigs. Granted, I have a little bit more use of the meat of pigs for tallow, but for now the wool is also valuable. I also bred like a couple of these sheep, not for any specific reason, but just kind of hoping for mutation sort of thing. And what I'm doing now, I'm just wandering around gathering resources while we're waiting for that hellfire dust to smelt up. 64 times 2 divided by 9, in theory should get us more than 6. And it should be pretty fast to smelt down, so go ahead and head back there now. Sugarcane, go ahead and grab that. Oh, I'm gonna need fibers. 2 of them. Okay. Yeah, concentrated hellfire. Alright, let's get this going. And that should be all we need. Elements. For filament? Element? Yeah, element. Then we should have the 2 hibachis. And that should get us to open up level 3 for that blacksmith. And that's going to be super exciting. So element... Oh, right, I need 2 more redstone. I knew that. Redstone, element, smooth stone, hellfire, hibachis, and enough concentrated hellfire to make 2 more. Inevitably when this little jerk wants to trade for those. Alright, come to Papa. What do you want? You want a bellows. I can do a bellows, right? I should have the material for bellows. That's just a bunch of leather, some... Yeah, leather, gears. Okay, alright. Ooh, tanned leather, specifically. Gears, belt. Okay, so... 1 hot second. Okay, still have time. I have some other stuff that I have to do tonight, so I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to run out of time. Okay, so tanned leather, perfect. Gears. Yeah, I was afraid that I wouldn't have gears. We are going to have the siding. And if I just take some of this, and we'll just run down there quick and chop them up into some gears. I think I'm going to turn my volume down briefly so that it doesn't deafen anyone. Alright. So there are the gears. So I assume the Dormant Soul Forge I need to get him to level 4. Which is fun and exciting. So we cut this into tanned leather. Cut this into straps. I only needed 1, but that's fine. I'll use it later. So there's a belt. I think I can use cut tanned instead of just regular tanned. Yeah, more efficient. Bellows. Woo, bellows, woo, woo. Alright, Mr. Blacksmith, come on over here. Take these bellows and like it. He's level 3, woo! What does he want? He wants hibachis for no gain, gold for no gain, or 5 emeralds for iron boots. Looks like I'm giving up 5 emeralds just to cycle these trades. He's a tough cookie to crack. Ooh, 17. Ooh, but a diamond pickaxe. Ooh. I have 17. That's glorious. What are you trading? Oh, yeah, a bunch of stuff that I don't have, except feathers, which I kind of want to save for arrows. The nether wart, I can go sit in the nether and wait. But, hey, free diamond ingots. And now trades that he's not going to care about. Darn it. So maybe I do have to go mining just to give him some gold. We shall see. Let's put these iron here. This. And that's about all he's going to want. Oh, I suppose I should just take these emeralds because the priests. Let's go check on them before the end of the episode. Because this is a fantastic wrapping up point. We have a librarian level 3, a blacksmith level 3. Both of them have trades that I can't do right now. It's grand. It's fine, but it's exciting. It's just a lot of grind, which is fine. Hellfire dust, stone that I don't care about, cobblestone, stone. Alright, moving on over. Because if I recall, he wanted to give efficiency 2 to a pickaxe. Oh, that kind of hurt. And I didn't have a pickaxe that was unenchanted available. But that's only if I recall correctly. I did not recall correctly. I must have done that. Oh yeah, I did it on this one. That's right. I forgot that. So I can enchant some diamond leggings if I make them. I think I could make diamond leggings. This is 6 right here, and I think I had another 3 for 9. So I can enchant some diamond leggings. And you're not leveled, right? Yeah. You just want flint and steel, which I haven't made for you yet. Sorry. Well, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and go make my first diamond armor. Fire protection is okay. It's not going to help a bunch. It's not going to help a bunch. But, you know, worst case scenario, I just melt it back down, right? Yeah. I do also have 10 diamonds. And if I ever get... Oops. Looting, then I'll have more. Okay, so we're gonna make these leggings, and then we're gonna call it for this episode because it's been an informative and relatively productive episode. So it should just be as simple as this. Yeah. So let's go do that trade. I'm going to run because I can. More like because I feel like it. Really, I should make this all a better flooring for running. Alright, stop throwing that in the wall. Alright, so diamond leggings plus that gives us fire protected leggings. And now you want to enchant iron leggings or an iron sword. So yeah, another villager that's very emerald intense in their trades. Is it? No, not quite. It just always gets dark up there. Yeah. Alright, cool. So that's going to do it for this episode. I'm probably going to do some more in-between work. We'll see. Maybe I'll do a speed run of mining for the next one. That way I still get some content. You still see what I'm doing. But it's not just me talking while mining, which, perhaps while sometimes entertaining, I can imagine does have its limits. But, yeah, that'll do it for now. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Toodaloo!